purpose of creating the dripper gripper was on my almonds I was flood irrigation, and I wanted to start saving water, but also benefit me in the area, being able to not just irrigate, save water, but also inject my fertilizer and some nutrients that way. I created the problem by using dirt for my holding device, and we would put that dirt ever so many trees to hold that line down. I didn't know that the gophers were going to come up from the bottom and eat those lines, to the point where we were literally having over 100 gopher strikes per week per irrigation. This created an ongoing maintenance issues where the irrigator's time was tied up much more, becoming very costly. Also, after going through a couple harvests with this, that using dirt or even the clip pins, if you get that too tight, the nuts would wedge in to the drip line, you couldn't get them out. And then also the sweepers would hit the drip lines, and where those clip pins were at, it would also create a break, and we would have to do a repair. So the dirt we used for a holding device, clip pins we used for a holding device, but the clip pins were rusting out in a matter of 2 years. So I have this ongoing maintenance issue that between using my dirt for a holding device, using the clip pins for a holding device, created a lot of problems. And the irrigator's time was tied up, costing, it becoming very expensive. And so walking through my fields one day, I said, I've got to create something to solve this problem. And so I just sat down with a pen and paper, and I began to draw out a device that I was thinking if we could put it, a device that was plastic, we could press it into the ground, it could hold the drip line on both sides, keep it low enough where shakers wouldn't hit it, but yet far enough in where sweepers wouldn't hit it, but yet above the ground where gophers wouldn't eat it, and then would last long term. And so at that time I drew it out, I contacted my son, I said, this is what I'm looking to build. He began to look at the poly, different material of plastics and polys, and at that time he began to take that design, create plastics, and over months, actually a long period of time, we did multiple, I think 8 or 9 different just examples in the field, to where we finally realized we got it. This year in 2015 almond harvest, we had enough of the dripper grippers in the field at harvest time where we could do a good test result, and it worked great. It was perfect. The nuts didn't get wedged in there. There was no gopher damage. The dripper gripper held up, and the plastic that we're using will go the life of the trees, 25 years. And so I'm really happy that we created it, because now we've eliminated this ongoing maintenance issue for my irrigator and for irrigation purposes. So it's, yeah, that's why I created it, to eliminate ongoing maintenance issues, and get the upper hand on the gophers.